Hi everybody, it's me, Gilly. It's been forever since my last video update, so I really apologize for that. It's just I've been living out of a suitcase, traveling here, there, and everywhere literally for the last 2 months, and finally have stabilized, and I'm staying in one place for at least a good couple months. So I'm like, yes, I need to update everybody on what I've been doing. I think the last real update I did was when I told you I was on my way to the south of England, Devon, to do a 5-day macrobiotic course, which was fascinating. It was all about learning how to balance your energy in your body, how to eat in order to gain more energy in certain organs of your body. Also learning how to diagnose someone from their face. So you can tell from someone's face which organs in their body has a low energy, and then accordingly you can choose your foods to feed those organs more energy. So it was really fascinating, and it was a beautiful experience with beautiful people, and we all shared, the issues that we're going through in our lives, and everyone was kind of there to learn either how to care for themselves, cook for themselves, or to cook for someone else in need. So it was really a great experience. And that school that I went to, they do this 5-day intensive course 4 times a year. So if any of you are interested, please just contact me and I'll put you in touch with the school. So that was a few weeks ago I did that, and I've been practicing all the recipes I learned on the course and been uploading those on my Instagram, which I think a lot of you have seen. So that was an eye-opener, that's for sure. It's changed my diet, so I'm not on the really strict diet that I have been on since almost a year now. The macrobiotic diet is much more diverse. Still vegan, so feels diverse for me because my last diet was just very strict, but now I'm allowed to diversify a little bit. But basically every meal should, according to the macrobiotic way, is supposed to contain a grain, so that can be either a brown rice, buckwheat, millet, oats, any kind of grain, together with a protein. But ideally if you're a cancer patient, then that protein comes from tofu or beans, lentils, chickpeas, that kind of thing, and then vegetables. So it's protein, the grain, protein, and vegetables. So the vegetables, you can have tons of different types, and macrobiotics, there's so many recipes on how to do beautiful tasting vegetables. So you would have, for example, like a steamed green leaf vegetable, and then you'd have some roast root vegetables like roast sweet potato, pumpkin, parsnip, that kind of thing, and then have like a pressed salad. So you have all these different textures and different tastes, which in macrobiotics is all to do with the energy. Like you're going to have different types of energy in your roasted vegetables compared to your salads, for example. It's all about balancing the yin and the yang in food. So very oriental, so I do feel like I'm going back to my roots a little bit, being half Chinese. So that's a new thing that I've taken on in the last month. It's quite time consuming, so I can't say it's for everybody. You do have to think ahead because there's a lot of soaking of the beans and lentils and oats and that kind of thing if you want to cook them the next day. Lots of soups. Learned how to make my first miso soup. That was interesting. Also just wanted to update what I'm on this recovery journey that all of you have so generously donated to help me with. So I owe you guys an explanation for what I've done. So the macrobiotic course, that was amazing. I finished 20 sessions of ozone therapy, which was me in that big machine, and that was in Hampshire in the countryside, not too far from London, but I could stay in a lovely B&B that a woman owns, and she owns one of these amazing Hocatt machines that I did the ozone therapy in. Again, if you want details, just contact me and I will put you in touch with all of these people that I've met along my journey. So I finished that pretty much at the end of September, and then I did the next thing, I wanted to clean my gut out because I've done all this chemotherapy. Yes, I'm not doing it anymore, but all those chemicals, you know, whatever you put in your mouth goes through your gut, and things get stuck in there that we don't have any idea. Like, years go by and things are encrusted along our colon, you know, along our intestines, and you know, if you don't do a good cleanse once in a while, then things build up. Some people get leaky gut syndrome, and then that can lead to autoimmune diseases. So it's quite beneficial to do a colon cleanse once in a while. However, I wasn't advised to do a colonic, which is the typical colon cleanse that a lot of people do, which is basically flushing the whole intestine with water or some kind of solution. But the problem with that is that can wipe out all the bacteria in your gut as well. So you have to be careful after doing that to really replace all the flora back into your gut. Whereas I've spent so long trying to build up my gut flora that I didn't want to wash it away. So there's another type of product you can take which comes in a powder form, and it's horrible tasting. You mix it with water. The powder I took, it was called the Eliminator II in Roman numerals, and disgusting. I had to mix it with water with a bit of apple cider vinegar in it just to make it taste better. Most of you would probably think that would be disgusting just without the powder in it. So with this powder, which is made of like clay, like bentonite clay, different types of mushrooms, some other weird type of herbs and things. But anyway, it's supposed to scrape out all that nasty stuff that's stuck to the lining of your intestines. So I took that for 5 days, 3 times a day, away from meals and away from your supplements and medication. So I've done that. And I've continued nonstop to be juicing every morning, a green juice. I think for cancer patients, this is one of the biggest things you can do to help yourself through the treatments and to help combat the cancer. It's the tumors itself. My juices, the only sugar and fruit that are in there are carrots and beetroot. So you're really looking at a green juice, mostly green vegetables. So that's every morning, and that I have after my morning coffee enema, which a lot of you, I'm sure, are not familiar with, even though it is a procedure that was very, very much used in most hospitals throughout the world before the 1970s, when it was deleted from the medical manual. But before then, it was very, very widely used for a huge range of medical health issues. And it's just a shame it's been forgotten because it's such a good cleanser of the blood. It opens up your bile ducts, so all the toxins can be eliminated from your body. And once you get used to it, okay, the first few times you do it, you're like, what am I doing? But then you get used to it, and it actually becomes quite a relaxing morning ritual. I mean, at some point after a year, I don't have to be doing those as often as I am now, but to be honest, I feel so good doing them that I think it's something that still will remain quite a big part of my life. The juicing I will be doing for the rest of my life, I know that. Also, an exciting thing I've started is a nutritional therapy part-time diploma course. It's 1 weekend per month attendance and the rest of home study, so I'm juggling that at the same time as my regular full-time job, which is working for Star System, which is the best model scouting company in the world. We scout model, well, I'm not here to talk about that job, but a wonderful company that I've worked for 7 years, so I am continuing to work with them at the same time as starting my path to learn everything there is to know about nutritional therapy, and I'm hoping to go on to study further after this. It's 4 years, this diploma, part-time diploma I'm doing. After that, I'll be registered, certified to be able to practice as a nutritional therapist before I then go on to study even more, because I want to specialize in naturopathic oncology, so helping cancer patients through natural methods. If you couldn't tell, that was where I was going anyway after all of this. But yeah, that's the plan. What else? I had my neurologist appointment with my neurologist here in London. Made me realize, gosh, how important it is to find an oncologist that you really connect with and who you feel really cares about you, and you're not just another patient to them. I haven't experienced that yet. This was the first time, and so I am so happy that I now have someone that I have a really good connection with, not just as a doctor-patient, but, you know, he's really seemed to care about me as a person and my life and where I'm from and everything about me, not just my cancer. And it was a very positive appointment. As you know, I was getting scans every 2 months, and now actually my next scan is only in probably the end of January, so every 3 to 6 months, he said. I freaked out a little bit, but he said it's better actually to have less anxiety every 2 months over a scan and do it less frequently. Plus, seeing how well I'm doing, he didn't seem to be scared at all or worried. So left that meeting really happy, and so that's a really fantastic feeling for me. And so for anyone who's, you know, going through cancer, it's so important to have that connection with your oncologist. I can't believe I've gone through all of this without having that up till now, and I'm kind of almost on the other side of all of this. Anyway, okay, that's it for my update today. I will continue posting. If you know, I hope all of you have friended me on Facebook or Instagram so you can follow what I'm doing. I will try my best to update a bit more often. I'm so sorry. As you can see, my hair is growing back. It's at this awkward stage where, you know, I'm trying to grow it, so these horrible sideburns are pretty awful, so I'm wearing a wig during the days. Plus it's getting really cold now, so it's I'm not sweating under a wig anymore. So yeah, everything feels like it's kind of getting back to normal now. I'm starting to see lots of old friends that I haven't been able to see for years and years. So life feels really good at the moment, and just want to thank everyone again for supporting me. And every time I've had a scan over this past year, it's just unbelievable how many of you have come back with sending good vibes and all the best wishes, and I really couldn't have done without it. Really, it's made me feel so loved through all of this. So thank you again, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.